Hi, I'm Ella from SPU Community Kitchen, and today we will be making apple and orange streusel bars. Streusel bars are a great dish that helps boost immunity because they have vitamin C from the orange and the apple. This is part of our theme, Everyday Food as Medicine. So let's get started. To make the shortbread crust, start with a medium bowl, add a cup of flour, the sugar and salt, some melted butter, and then vanilla extract and orange zest for some nice flavor. And then super easy, just mix it all together with a wooden spoon. Now that we have a nice thick dough, we're just going to add that to a lined 8x8 baking dish. And you can just use the wooden spoon to spread it out, or honestly, using your hands works really well too. Just use your fingers and press it out to form a nice even layer. Now that the crust layer is nice and even, we're going to bake this at 325 for about 20 minutes. It's been about 20 minutes, so I just took the crust layer out of the oven. See how it's like perfectly flaky and a little golden brown. Next, while the crust is baking, we can start on the apples. So to do that, just add 3 medium apples diced to a sauce pot and cook for about 10 minutes on medium-high heat until the apples are soft. Now that the apples have been cooking for about 10 minutes, see how they're like softer and a little translucent? We can go ahead and add some ground cinnamon, some coconut oil, and some orange zest and orange juice. And then we'll give this a stir and let it cook for about another 10 minutes until the apples are soft and the liquid has thickened. The apples are done. You can see they're soft and there isn't any like excess liquid and all the ingredients are combined. So I'm going to turn the heat off and set this aside until we're ready to assemble. And then as the apples are finishing cooking, we can go ahead and make the streusel topping. So in a large bowl, I have a 1/4 cup of flour, and then we're just gonna cut in some cubes of unsalted butter. To do this, I like to just use my hands and break it apart to mix with the flour. You can also use a pastry cutter if you have one. And then you just add 1 tablespoon at a time of the chilled butter. Now that all of the butter has been added to the flour, we have a nice thick dough. This step is really important because it's what makes the streusel topping like so nice and crumbly. So now we can add the rest of the topping ingredients. So we have oats. These are quick cook oats just so that they cook well. Brown sugar and cinnamon. Some sliced almonds. And more orange zest because we have to get the orange in everything. And then I like to just use my hands and mix this all together again to crumble apart that butter flour mixture and just get a nice crumbly topping. Now that the streusel topping has formed these like nice crumbly chunks as they've all combined, we can go ahead and assemble the bars. So you have the base of the crust, and then we will add in the cooked apples. And pop those on top. And then just spread them into a nice even layer. And then on top of the apple layer, we will add the streusel. And again, I just use my hands to make sure that this is evenly dispersed and kind of press it in and break up those like larger chunks of butter so that it's all even throughout. And then this is ready to go in the oven, and it'll just bake at 350 for about 25 minutes. It has been 25 minutes, so I took the streusel bars out of the oven. You can see that they got a little golden brown around the edges, and that's how you know they're done. I'm gonna let these cool and then we can slice them. Thank you for joining me today in my kitchen as we make these apple and orange streusel bars. I hope that you take the time to make them yourself.